Hey, my name is Lauren Lamb. I am a coach on Team Inspiration Crew, and I'm so super pumped to share a little bit about my story with you. When I got started on this journey, it's been almost 6 years now. The last thing I ever thought was that I would be a coach. Legit, no freaking way. I was pretty determined that that would be a thing that I tried, and I would lose weight, and I would do it as many times as I possibly could to lose the weight. I was a yo-yoer, so I would lose, gain, back and forth. And I thought, I'm just going to do it until it loses its effectiveness, and then I will move on. And I was pretty sure that when I got started, it would not be very long that I would be on this journey doing any sort of Beachbody programs or being a part of the community or anything like that at all. It took me about 8 to 10 months where my coach was encouraging me and asking me like, hey, you should think about this. This might be something that could be for you. Have you ever thought about it a little bit more? What kind of questions do you have? Come join, come check us out. Come see what we're about. And I'll be honest, I peeked and snooped and creepy stalked people because I was like, well, that seems kind of cool. They're having a ton of fun. I want to do that. But every time the question came my way, I was like, there's no way. I have no time. I work full time. I have 2 kiddos. I'm exhausted. I can't imagine doing anything else in my job. I didn't go to school to be a coach. I know nothing about coaching. I hate sales. All these things I would say to make it easier for me to just say no to something. Well, along that first year that I was, kind of losing, gaining, but it was still working, I started to see some things implemented that I was like, maybe I could do this. Maybe, what if I could use that money to help pay for my daughter's competition dance? What if I could use that money to help pay for groceries? What if I could get my nails done with that money? What if I could shop more with that money? All these things started entering my mind, and as much as I wanted to say yes, I still said no for a long time. And then the day came when, and I had said yes to get the discount, but along the day came finally where I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and see what this is like. See if I can make this work. See if I can make some extra income from it. And I'll be honest, I was half in, half out. It took me a long time. In January 2018, a new program came out. It was an 80-day program, and I was kind of tired of still yo-yoing. I was kind of tired of saying I was a coach but not making any money or doing anything with it. And I kind of had a heart-to-heart with my husband. It was the beginning of the year, resolutions, you got all this excitement coming on. And I'm like, it's time. Sink or swim. Do I do this? Do I not? I think I want to do this. I'm going all in on this program. Do you want to come with me? And he's like, yeah, I need to lose the weight anyway. Let's do it. And we went all in on a program. And it was from that point when I really kind of looked in the mirror and I'm like, girl, you need to get your act together. It is time. What are you going to do? And that summer, I was at the vet with my daughter and my son. We took my new dog. We'd got him that October before. We were taking him to get a visit. And I was working on my phone a little bit. And my daughter, who was 12 at the time, she said to me, Mom. And I looked at her and I was like, yeah. And she's like, do you remember who you were before Beachbody? And I was like, not really quite sure where she was going. I said, yes. And she looked me straight in the eyes and she said, don't ever go back to her. It still tugs at my heartstrings because I remember thinking what kind of a mom are you that she says that? What is she seeing? What is happening? And in my mind, I couldn't see any difference, but she was starting to see a difference. She was starting to see something that was changing in me that I don't necessarily know if I would have ever known it enough to change on my own. And let me tell you, since I made that commitment in January of 2018 and remember walking out of that vet like it was yesterday, that story still lays heavy on my shoulders and on my heart because it breaks my heart to think about what she even thought our life was like before that. Coaching has literally changed my life in all areas. When I look back on it, I think, girl, you were a hot mess. We all learn lots of parenting ways from our parents, and back in the 80s, I'm an older coach, so back in the 80s, parenting was way different. But I remember doing things the way my mom did. And I learned a lot from my mom, and I love my mom with my whole heart, but it helped me to realize that my mom probably needed so much of this back in the day. There's so much work, not just with coaching in your health and working out and getting your nutrition in, but it's mindset work. It's building confidence. It's building belief. It's about becoming the best version of you. I think I kind of said version. The best version of you that you can possibly be. And when you take the time to take care of yourself, it seeps into everything else in your life. And that's one thing that took me a long time to realize, but forever my life will be changed, because the way I address life and the way I now parent and the way my spouse and I work together, how my faith has strengthened because of my belief in what's possible and knowing that through Christ I can do all things. It has changed my entire world. My family life has changed. My marriage, everything like I talked about has changed, and it's for the better. And I can only tell you one thing that has changed in the process, and that was coaching. The path I was on, sure, anyone could lead it, right? But I was the overtired, rushed, cranky, impatient, trying to check off all the boxes type of mom, instead of being present and aware and grateful and blessed and confident and pouring belief. There is something to be said about the legacy we leave for our kids. And it's not necessarily to do with money, although that's part of it, but it's about like who you are showing them who they can be, how they can build belief in themselves, how their family life can be, how they can go after their dreams, how they can pursue life in any which way that they want. And that is the difference with how coaching has changed my life. And I know that every coach on here in some way, shape, or form has had the same sort of transformation in one way in their lives. And I really feel that anybody that digs their feet in and embraces the community, they're going to find that too. So I hope that it's a little piece of my heart that I want to share with you. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great day.